that they swerved into that Aurora definitely didn't expect. That's why they were able to take. I forgot what game was that. Was it game 3 or 4?
Game 3.
Yeah, game
Oh,
3.
well, could have been 4, yeah. 4.
That's right. And we are getting into the second ban phase here. Beatrix is gonna get banned out by Aurora. Rafaela and Faramis were banned out by FNOP. So that should be something.
Yay!
That should be something, right?
I've missed this. Rome for... Oh, they...
What?
Oh, wow, they're hammering down on the Keller picks. Yeah, could be tough to Lunox here if you're Kelra.
Alice?
She's got the Claude, but you don't see enough mix right now. You can pick your roamer now. Oh, sorry, EXP later. I really think this is going to go into the hands of Brusco.
Right, we got Hydos open, we got Moscow locked in for Kelra. We're gonna leave their roamer slash XP laner for last year for Fnatic Onyx.
So Aurora,
Oh, wow, okay.
I'm quite sure this Edith is an Edward pick. So right now for Aurora, the Tig,
Mid-Tig, sorry.
Rome,
Tig and, sorry.
Tig's still open.
Tigger, Cho,
Tig Cho,
and then Aurora.
Aurora. You call it.
I'm thinking Renegade Tig here.
Yeah.
Renegade Tig.
2 options for each. Tig Cho, Aurora, Zask.
I love the Zask throw there. That actually does feel like it could kind of.
Oh!
Renicho.
Oh, you called it!
So Renicho and Aurora for you. And I know, if you did your homework, if you're FNOP, these are very common Aurora picks.
This is not looking good for Fnatic Onyx DH.
What's a good thing to pick here for last, though, for them?
Phobias. Oh no, but it's the Alpha. They have to think, dude, are they willing to get the Phobias? Or,
Do they go utility here for Rome and just switch Kirk up to the Gatot Gacha?
Something that won't be immediately cancelled out by Aurora. The Frigid Glacier, Pride of Ice.
what if they just end up going Tig? Oh no, but there'll be Purifies there. And big ticket ultimates against lineups that have like a second life, like an Aurora.
Yeah, you're gonna get punished, right?
Ruby.
That's Ruby roll.
Yeah, this is an answer to the Cho, answer to the Harith, but Ruby into the Edith doesn't have the most glowing record.
That's right. It's maximum disruption here. That's being presented by FNOP against Aurora with a very, very good swing pick.
You know, it's funny. I was thinking about Ruby and Edith, right? How they fare against each other,
Yeah.
whether what position. They're very 50-50 in their record this season. Similar to this game, it's a tough call. 50-50 for me.
For me, game 7.
You think? You really have a game 7? I mean, it's not far. Again, toss a coin, maybe throw it over. We'll see. Leo and Naisu give us game number 6 here in the Land of Dawn.
Defiant to the end, the light refuses to die. One game at a time. No other team has pushed the league's top seed like this.
Welcome to Mobile Legends!
Taking them through the ringer. That's what Aurora has done, and it looked like it was almost done business the previous game.
Looked
But
like a 4-1.
Looked like it at that point, but hey, that's not the case because now we're here in game 6, and you got to give it up to Aurora for what they did. They dug down, made it work, and now with this lineup, Leo, I like both of them. And I have to agree with Renmar. At this point, I'd say 50-50 because both of them have their strengths in the early game, and both of them have their strengths as the game scales up. Look at this too. I mean, even in essence, this is Renegade picking up the Cho, which he loves to use. Should be able to get out. Kirk charging up the Unbreakable, but won't find anyone.
I'll tell you now, even before that whole skirmish, I'm actually feeling Aurora's draft. Especially in that last pick, where it looks like Brusco and Coach Wynot discussed a little too long exactly what the roamer was going to do.
Yeah.
So, Coach, there's a Cho over there. There's an Aurora. What do I do?
What do I do?
Do I take, like, no, BJ, you got a Ruby. And I think it's a solid compromise until we see it pay off. So right now, I'm feeling more Aurora, and maybe we do go to game number 7. 30 seconds until the turtle spawns, lower quarter of the map. so far, is it just me or is it because of the back and forth nature of this bout that we witnessed? But neither team crossing the river too much. Like neither swarming the opposing jungler.
It's a little more like in check, you know, except for that, Edward flickering on in, they would have locked him down, they're gonna go for Brusco first. Fight still breaking out, keeping him, that's the Soul Sever we've seen before. This time from King Kong, looking for more after that double. He's gonna start with the turtle here. Renegade just given the vision, I don't think they can do anything about it. Takes a shot from the Queller, gonna get zoned down from Super Prince, and that's the objective secured for FNOP.
Nah, you let King Kong eat. He wants the turtle, he gets the turtle, and Renegade just confirmed the inevitable. Demon Kite now in recovery mode, just going for zone orange, and then for sure, what happened there, what elapsed in the first turtle, that fight will dictate the pace of the next one. So, Fnatic on it, ahead now for sure. Looking at the gold, a good chunk of it on King Kong. He's now at 600, 700 up. And Brusco, he's just happy to serve. He's just happy to help.
The problem with that too, there's the pull in. Renegade gonna flicker in, away the dragon. Right on March, right on Brusco, flickers in. Relying on the Eternal Guard, appeal for him, and Brusco will live. Going back to it too, again with King Kong. Hold on, there's the jump. Looking for more, Edwards in trouble. King Kong picking up another kill. This is what I was saying, he only had a Fury Hammer, dude. But because the Soul Sever does so much damage, even without items, you get a little extra penetration through. It doesn't matter if you're an Eater.
His kit is what makes up for it. And look at that, Demon Kite can't even mirror the invade. And already Kirk is wailing away at the energy shield. 1,000 gold up. Fnatic on it. Just the hero itself. Some would argue that the Alpha is the perfect foil to these high damage, bursty heroes.
Yeah.
But when King Kong gets into a
Oh,
flow
no.
like this, oh
Domel, just like that. Look at the damage. That's big damn. You can't stop that.
That is the image of Big Game. You look at Big Game in the dictionary.
It looks like that. Here's more. Looking for more, and Renegade feels it too. What's going on here for Aurora?
That's Exhibit B.
That's Exhibit B.
And the turtle hasn't even spawned, so this definitely sets up Fnatic Onyx for more wins on the map. They're at 2,500 gold up already. 4 minutes in. Demon Kite just pulled his Morax. Edwards in trouble. AOG!
AOG running the Mark Spear of Alpha to answer. Again with the Soul Sever, he's gonna jump in under the turret. Kirk finally goes down, looking to battle out. They lock down King Kong. Won't get away from the Hitman. Looking to turn the tide here, Aurora. They take a little bit of poke damage, Brusco and Super Prince here, but they might be able to take this turret.
Huge bounty on King Kong. And now suddenly Aurora in control. Second turtle going out the Northern Lights.
Renegade is doing work, keeping him at bay. Might be looking for more. Again with the kick, they can go in. Demon Kite. Who's he going to be able to get? Again, he gets pulled this time by Brusco. Could be in trouble. The Soul Sever going to be used, and Demon Kite left to the whims, and Renegade tries to help out. King Kong still alive. They lock down Kirk. Kirk looking for more, but they'll disengage. This is now a battle in Game 6.
It's a fight. Aurora may have overstayed their welcome. Maybe 5 seconds too long. A few feet too deep into Fnatic Onyx jungle. And what did that get him? Well, to be fair, Demon Kite is closer now to King Kong. What is that, like 600 gold in between?
Yeah.
It definitely was much worse like 2 minutes ago.
He made some big moves, and they had to. Like, that whole thing, the way they responded down at the bottom lane, kind of started them getting back in position. So this is exactly what Aurora needed, because, you know, just a little bit ago, the lead was already ballooning past the 2K mark.
Yep, approaching 3. And with Doming here, picking up the Starlium site, I'd reckon Renegade might want to start picking off random heroes hanging out up top and serving up to kill the Doming so that they can make some leeway there. King Kong coming out of the bush. I'm not so sure if Fnatic Onyx knows that there's 4 members of FNOP on the upper quarter of the map. They make a concealed play. Is this wise to try and kill Kirk? He's a chunky boy.
They might try to trade around here. Kirk just going to AOG on out. The turret, though, is going to be taken. Meanwhile, up top, Doming was forced out of lane, so it's going to be a trade across the map for the tier 1s.
All right. Bottom goes over to Fnatic. Top lane to Aurora. And now they set up for the final turtle. Upper quarter. Brusco and King Kong holding this bush. Renegade slowed down. I think Renegade has to start protecting himself and keeping that kick for when it actually matters.
I think he played the early portion really well. And now we'll see if he adjusts. He's looking to set up here in mid lane again for the turtle. Edward goes down. There's the kick right on the mark. King Kong could be in trouble. Into the frigid glacier as well. From UA, Kelra unleashed it on the backside. Looking for the pickoff. Everybody's split up though. As Kelra finally goes down. The 2-for-3 trade. But Rora will win the turtle battle as they secure the last one for the game.
What did I say? The next standard is now. And that gives Aurora the final turtle of game number 6. Suddenly Fnatic on its lead, kaput, nada, zip. And they're pushing up top. Bottom lane is still in control.
Yep.
And suddenly Fnatic on it have to check pushes now more often. It's clear that Aurora are in the driver's seat. And I'm not going to say it's all Renegade, but he played a big role. Anyone who says otherwise is wrong.
He's played a massive role in this, and what you're noticing is he's angling those kicks right on the mark towards UA. A lot of times if he's kicking one, it makes FNOP respond, and then they get set up into a frigid glacier. Like that is as choreographed as it gets. I mean, look at him right now. He's providing a ton of vision too. Might actually go in for something, not committing to it. But this is what has to be handled here. FNOP has to be able to go ahead and contain what Renegade's trying to set up.
He forces out so much for so little. It's economically unfair for Fnatic on it to respond to Renegade, but that's what he does. That is what the Hitman does best. He did it yesterday against Falcons. He did it the other day against Blackness International.
Yep.
8.5 minutes in, the Lord is spawning in the upper quarter, and they're making sure that the long lane is
Gonna
good.
get pulled. I'm offended. They're tired of Renegade dancing in front of him now. King Kong jumping towards UA, looking to crash him down. They'll take out UA in exchange. Doming has to pop the Zom in force, but they'll back off after losing at 2. Demon Kite still in mid lane, trying to keep things together.
And seemingly, Renegade is the anchor being of Aurora. He goes, Yue goes, and suddenly the offensive maneuvers of Aurora are like, all right, we're back in the backseat. We're back in the ropes. And because of that sudden response by Fnatic Onic, they can't control the long lane anymore. The lane is pushed in. Fnatic has 1,000 gold up, and they have to find a way to get Renegade back into that flow. They have to trick Fnatic Onic into thinking, we can't do this, not without killing Renegade.
I think this is where you really, again, have to be able to find the mark if you're Renegade. He's going to get spotted out of that bush, so won't be able to play from that angle like he did previously on that last turtle. So still, the stalemate right now for this Lord take.
And what makes this such a difficult job for the Hitman is Brusco. I think you keep your eyes on Brusco, and you already know where Renegade has to go. And they can't be in the same spot. If Brusco gets his way and gets a good hook in, that ruins Aurora's entry point. See, look how Brusco's keeping that pixel brush. That's key for Fnatic Onic to keep this Lord Dance dancing.
All he has to do is sit there too, you know? He's even got that flicker available, so it's a little bit, if he decides to, they want to go for it, go for that pull with the I'm offended flicker. They can actually set it up, but they don't have to. They don't have to force it.
And the only one who can really afford a hook check is Doming. Because Doming has a Purify.
Yeah.
But if you purify that hook, you're missing out on so many other things you need to purify. The AOG, King Kong stun on a charged surge, Super Francis ult. It's literally a bad idea. So that's why Brusco single-handedly is also keeping Fnatic Onic in the game here, in the Lord Dance.
They'll still take the calm approach for it. Gonna go in. Actually, there's the pull into the Eternal Guard. The Spear of Alpha, though, from Demon Kite. Will be able to find 2. It's a double for him for now. And King Kong on the defense has to get out. This could be a Lord take for Aurora now after a great setup.
Yue was just too much. He dropped bombs, ice bombs, blizzards on Fnatic Onic, and that led to a Lord score. Couple of kills too. And I thought it was a good engagement. I could have sworn Brusco was going to change the tide of battle. I thought Super Prince was going to drop a good ult.
Yeah. this was, again, a showcase of the patience that ARORA has to play around with. Even if it's not Renegade starting those fights and starting them up, if they just respond the correct way with the tools they have, with this lineup against Brusco pulling them, then they can win those fights because it's so devastating. No matter where FNOP goes with this lineup, if they're bunched up, they get frozen, and then a Spear of Alpha or vice versa. It's really difficult to escape that kind of setup. So how do they approach that fight?
What's worse for Fnatic on it is they actually want to keep fighting. They actually want to keep playing footsies. But the fact that ARORA hide themselves so well makes it difficult for Kirk and Brusco to find a sure hit.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Kirk's stats on the Thunderdog.
Oh, look at the junglers.
It's looking lethargic. I'm pretty sure that's at single digits right now.
Both junglers just handling up that far lane up top. Lord slowly making its way down the bottom. We're gonna have to keep an eye here on King Kong. Which way is he gonna go? Is he gonna look to actually sandwich off Aurora? Lord finally been worked on here by FNOP. Looks like he'll just get the call to go back to base. They defend for now for Fnatic on the Philippines. After that, Lord.
Despite this being a small lead at 1,500, I think ARORA and Fnatic on PH knows that that's more than a true story. ARORA are controlling the map, and that's allowing them to actually just make plays like this. Whoa.
They're gonna go in, they dive on in. There's the Frigid Glacier again! Able to find two! Brusco and King Kong out of the picture. Renegade holding down the front side, goes in for the kick, gets the Purify out, and again, Humankind follows through! Rora's looking to cap this one out. They still have to wait for the minions, but Kelra will survive. Not enough minions to end the game, but Aurora, do they want to still go? It's all Kelra left alone here.
10 seconds.
The